Okay, so it's been brought to my attention that everyone has problems with manifestation and with themselves. So I'm gonna give you guys lessons from time to time from now on, since everyone is lost on self-discovery and no one has an idea of the universal nature. And I just want to help everyone get a better understanding about themselves and the world around them. So today's lesson is numerology. There's many kinds of numerology. It dates back to even before Babylon and Egypt were big civilizations in their eras before religion even existed. Chaldea, which is also known as Babylon, the Kabbalah, Tamil, and the Western, which is known as the Pythagorean numerology. The youngest form of numerology is actually Pythagorean numerology, discovered by a scientist who is also an occultist. Occult actually means hidden. It stems from Latin. Occult is like ocular, like it takes from that, and cold means hidden, like hidden from your eyes. And remember, look up the origin of something, not the definition of a word, because Wikipedia and Webster's dictionaries are going to change the definition. Okay, numerology is a process of adding up sums of letters and names, first, middle, and last, and each letter has a corresponding chakra and vibration. And then you break them down to a singular digit form. A double digit form will tell you the vibrations of the name total. Breaking it down to a singular digit just gives you the final result of what your life path number would be. Or your expression even. Like for example, vampire, for example, if I had to break that down is like add it up first, it would add with a 39. And 39 is Capricorn's number, which is corresponded to Saturn that rules over Capricorn. Saturn's animals are actually the goat and crocodile. It breaks down to singular digits into another number that is reducing. In this case, it's 12. 12 is dealing with the 12 zodiacs, humanity, as there's 12 pairs of ribs in the human body. It also breaks down to number 3, which is dealing with Saturn again directly. And 3 is the aspect of understanding, if you look into supreme mathematics. Saturn is depicted as a Titan who's also called Father, and his color was black. That rules time, space, materials, death, binding, restrictions, discipline, wealth, understanding, alchemy, success. The list goes on. The best example of Saturn symbolism in most movies would be like Hellraiser, for example. Hellraiser holds a black cube, and you see chains pop out. That's for Saturn's restriction on you and your materialism. Saturn's color is always black because black also pulls things to you, for example. Like black has always been known as the most absorbent color. Like you see black, like you go to see a priest, like you call him father in church. The same principles apply here. Black pulls things to it. It's up to you what you choose to pull with the colors. Colors can be used for your benefit or against you. It depends on how you're using it. The direct corresponding angel to Saturn is actually Zadkiel, the angel of time. Technically, all angels stem from Saturn, but I'll get onto that later. Saturn's also associated to the 1st and 8th house. The 1st house is incarnation. The 8th house is actually death. Saturn's also said to joy, and I say in quotations, in the 12th house of self-undoing. So whenever you're too materialistic, you'll be your own undoing because you realize that you're taking things for granted. And don't get scared whenever I mention death. Death is also an allegory for ending cycles. It can also mean change and transformation. It depends on how you interpret it. Saturn's element is actually Earth, just like the corresponding element for Capricorn is also Earth, which is also dealing with patience, hard work, reliability, prosperity, wealth, material goods, food, etc. When you overindulge in materialism, you end up being your own undoing, which is the point. In Indian astrology, Saturn's also called Sani, and dealing with career longevity. But if you have too much Saturn-based energy, you could also be your own undoing in that. You can ruin your whole career if you're not careful. And when you get to the alchemy aspect of Saturn, we're pretty much talking about the transmutation of different energies into something that can benefit you. Like energy cannot be created nor destroyed, so it can only be transformed. You can transmute it into something else. The best kind of vampires are actually businessmen and businesswomen, since vampirism is actually built upon relationships and not like blood. No, I'll take that back. Drinking blood is also a form of vampirism, but that's closer to cannibalism, which is also a type of vampirism. Like consuming something of another is considered vampirism in itself. It's like you eat an apple, for example. You eat an apple, you're technically consuming the energy of that apple. It's like the food pyramid. It's like they tell you in school, whenever you eat something, you are what you eat. You're actually taking the energy of what you're consuming and bringing it part of you. A vampire can also entail being around certain people. Like, you hang around ignorant people a lot, right? It can actually cause you to give into it eventually, and you become more like them. Or listening to violent music like drill rap, since it talks about murder and other low vibrational activities. Like, this is something that you don't want to attract to you. As above, so below, as with, so without. It's saying that whatever you believe your world to be, it becomes that. You're manifesting that. Anyway, numerology is used for self-discovery. It's basically used to find your weaknesses and your strengths. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. You'll just disregard your own natural talents. None of this information is good or bad, but it's what you intend to do with it.